Okay, is it visible? Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon to one and all. Now see here, the chapter is over. Okay, in the chapter number one, that is what bearing, unit bearing. We have seen the rolling contact bearing. In that rolling contact bearing, we seen the numericals based on the rolling contact bearings. Again, in the case of sliding contact bearing, this is what another part is there. Okay, in the bearing contact bearing, we have seen the theories related to the sliding contact bearing. Again, we have seen the expressions, that means derivations will be there. That is, we know that Reynolds equation is there, again Raymond equation is there, Boyd equation is there. We have seen all these terms. Again, we have seen the numericals based on the sliding contact bearing. So today we are going to discuss the numericals based on the sliding contact bearing of different types. I have taken this numerical for the conceptual clarity purpose. Okay, so see here, today we are going to discuss the numericals, or today we are going to see the numericals that is based on the what? The energy losses due to the lubricant, due to the what? Viscous friction, energy losses for pumping of the lubricating oil. Again, we have seen the thickness of this lubricating film. Again, relationship between this, we can say the film thickness. Again, relationship with what we can say, relationship between these two, that is what film thickness is there, energy losses is there. Again, flow discharge, or we can say flow lubrication flow. Okay, related to this one, we are going to see the numericals. Okay, now see here. So this is numerical number one. We are going to consider, or we are going to take this number one, numerical number one. Now see here, the problem statement. I will read the problem statement. The following data is given for the hydrostatic step bearing of a vertical turbo generator. Thrust load is equal to 450 kilonewton. Shaft diameter is equal to 400 mm. Recess diameter is equal to 250 mm. Shaft speed is equal to 750 rpm. Viscosity of lubricant is equal to 30 centipoise. Draw a neat sketch showing the effect of film thickness on energy losses. Calculate the optimum film thickness for minimum power loss. Okay, this is what problem statement. Now see here, the problem statement is like that. Now see here, bearing is used. This bearing is used in what? Vertical turbo generator. So in vertical turbo generator, the hydrostatic step bearing is there. Okay. So we have seen the hydrostatic step bearing. Okay. We have the expression related to the hydrostatic step bearing. Okay. So we have also seen the flow of lubricant that is required for the hydrostatic step bearing. So we are going to use this expression here only. Now see here, thrust load is there. Now what they are given, thrust load is given. That is thrust load acting on this hydrostatic step bearing. That is what thrust load is equal to 450 kilonewton. That means 450 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. So value is given in what? Kilonewton. So kilonewton to Newton, that means if we are going to multiply 10 raised to 3. So thrust load is equal to what? 450 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Again, shaft diameter is given. Also, we can say it is what? Outer diameter. So shaft diameter is given. By using this shaft diameter, we can calculate the what? Shaft radius. So shaft radius is nothing but what? Diameter divided by 2. So shaft radius is equal to what? 400 divided by 2. That means it comes around what? 200 mm. Now next, recess diameter is there. So recess diameter is nothing but we can assume that is what? Inner diameter. So this inner diameter, that means recess diameter is equal to what? 250 mm. So we can, by using this diameter, we can directly find out the radius. So recess radius is equal to what? 250 mm. Again, shaft speed is there. So shaft speed is equal to 750 rpm. Again, viscosity of lubricant, that is mu. Mu is given 30 centipoise. So convert into, that means we can say Newton second per. Okay. That means we can see this in the terms of dyne, or we can say in the terms of Newton meter. Okay, so this again viscosity of lubricant is equal to 30 centipoise. That means 30 into 10 raised to minus 9. Now we have to, after finding this film thickness, we have to draw this sketch of what? Effect of film thickness on energy losses. Whatever energy loss is there, that means we have to plot the graph of the energy losses versus the film thickness. Okay, now energy losses, there are total losses is there. Again, this total losses is depends upon, or this is what addition of the energy losses due to the viscous friction and energy losses because of what lubricating oil. That means we have to find out, first thing is that energy losses because of viscous friction. Again, energy required or energy losses due to the what lubricating oil. After the addition of these two, we got the total energy losses. Afterwards, we, for that loss we have to find out the film thickness. Again, they asked calculate the optimum film thickness for minimum power loss. That means we have to find out the optimum value. Okay, now see here, first thing is that write down whatever data is given in this problem statement. Okay, now see here, given first thing is that W, that means thrust load is given, that is 450 kilonewton. Next, speed is given. The speed is shaft speed is equal to what? 750 rpm. So speed is given. Now next is what? Shaft diameter is given is equal to what? 400 mm. Okay, so do, that is meant outer diameter, or we can say it is what? Shaft diameter is equal to 400 mm. Di, that is what? Inner diameter, or we can say recess diameter is equal to 250 mm. Z is nothing but what? Viscosity of lubricant. That is what? 30 centipoise. Okay, so this is what given data. Okay, so what we have to find out here? Film thickness. Okay, so film thickness is nothing but what? H naught. So while finding this H naught, we have to find out, first thing is that unit bearing pressure. Afterwards, we have to find out the, we can say, flow of the lubricant. Okay, that means Q. Afterwards, we have to find out another quantity, that means losses. Okay, so first thing is that we will see the formula, which formula we are going to use here. Now first thing is that this is formula used to find out the unit bearing pressure, that is what pi. So pi is equal to 2 times W into log to the base E rho divided by Ri divided by whole term divided by pi into rho square minus Ri square. Now see here, this pi, this is nothing but what? We can say this is what? Unit bearing pressure. 2 times W, 2 is what? Constant. W, that is what? Thrust force is there. Log to the base E, Rho divided by Ri. Now Rho is nothing but what? Do divided by 2. That means this is what? We can say radius of the shaft. Again, this Ri is nothing but what? Radius of the recess. We can say it is what? Di divided by 2. Half of the Di. Okay, this whole term divided by pi, that is what? Constant. Okay, that is what? 3.147. Again, Rho square minus Ri square. This is what? Pi. Okay, so this is what first formula. So in this formula, we know that W is what? Given in problem statement. Again, Rho is given, Ri is given, 2 is constant, pi is constant. Again, Rho is given and Ri is also given. So we directly got here Pi. Okay, now next formula we have to use here Q. Q, that is what? Flow of the lubrication oil, or flow of the lubricating oil. So Q is equal to what? Pi into Pi into H naught cube. This whole term divided by 6 times mu into log to the base E Rho divided by Ri. Now see here. So pi, that is what? Constant. Pi. So Pi we got from this formula. After putting the values and after calculation of this term, we got here Pi. Again, H naught cube. We have to find out this H naught. Okay, now see here. Divided by 6 times mu. Mu is given. That is what? Viscosity. Okay, viscosity is given. That is coefficient of viscosity is there. Okay, next log to the base E Rho divided by Ri. So Rho is again given. Ri is again given. So we got here Q in terms of H naught, because H naught is unknown. Again, now see here, kWp, that is energy required for pumping of the oil. This kW of P is equal to Q into Pi minus Po into 10 raised to minus 6. Now see here, Q we got here in terms of H naught. Again, Pi minus Po. So Pi is what? Pi is given. Sorry, Py we already find out from here. The formula is here. Okay. Again, 10 raised to minus 6 is there, and Po is nothing but what? Atmospheric pressure. Again, energy losses due to friction. That means we can say this energy losses because of the viscous friction is there, and because of this viscous friction, the energy losses will occur. So this energy losses by the viscous friction is given by Kwf is equal to 1 divided by 58.05 into 10 raised to 6 bracket complete, again multiplied by mu into n square into bracket rho raised to 4 minus ri raised to 4 divided by h naught. Okay, now see here, mu again coefficient of viscosity is there, n is what speed, rho radius of the shaft, ri radius of the recess, and h naught that is what film thickness. So again, next is what total losses in energy. This KWT is equal to KWP plus KWF. That means losses by this lubricating pumping of this lubricating oil plus losses due to the viscous friction. So addition of these two, we got here total energy losses in this flow. Okay, so these are the formulas. Okay, so we know that the given data. So directly find out. First step is that variation of energy losses against film thickness. So directly we have to find out the film thickness. Only one finding is there. While for solving this problem, we have to find out first thing is that we have to find out the unit bearing pressure. So Pi is equal to, we know the formula. Okay. So I have written here formula Pi is equal to, now see here, whatever, while solving any problem, first thing is that write down formulas associated with this numerical. That means suppose finding is there, that is film thickness is there, H naught is there. Okay. So related to this film thickness, whatever formulas are there, so first thing is that write down formulas in one page while solving any problem. Okay, now see here. So Pi is equal to 2 times W log to the base E Rho divided by Ri whole term divided by pi into bracket Rho square minus Ri square. Now see here, in the numerical, in the problem statement, they are given W, that is thrust load is given, that is what 450 kilonewton. Again Rho is what DO divided by 2, that means diameter divided by 2 is nothing but what radius. So we can say diameter of the shaft is given, that is what 400, that means Rho is equal to what 200 mm. Again Ri is nothing but what radius of the recess, so radius of recess is nothing but what diameter of recess divided by 2, that means 250 divided by 2, so we got here 125 divided by pi, that is what constant. Ro, this Ro is what? Again, we got here 200 and Ri is what? 125. So put the values and calculate this term. So just see here. After putting these values, 2 that is what constant. Again W that is what 450 kilonewton. That is what 450 into 10 raised to 3 into log to the base E Ro, that is what 200 divided by this Ri, that is what 125 bracket complete divided by this pi, that is what constant, into bracket Ro square, that means 200 square minus Ri square, that is what 125 square. After calculating these terms, we got here Pi is equal to 5.52 Newton per mm square. So this is what unit bearing pressure Pi is equal to what 5.52 Newton per mm square we got here. Yes? Any doubt? Screen is visible? Yes? Okay. Okay, we will move forward. This is what unit bearing pressure is there. And next term. Okay, now see here. We have to find out the flow of the lubricating oil. So Q is equal to pi into Pi into H naught cube divided by 6 times mu into log to the base E Rho divided by Ri. Now see here. Here pi is what constant. Again Pi. Pi we got here. First finding we already find out here Pi is equal to what 5.52. So put here as it is. H naught we don't know H naught. Okay. Again 6 that is what constant. Mu that is what given in problem statement. Again log to the base C Rho divided by Ri. So we know the Rho is what 200. Ri is equal to what 125. Now see here put these values. Now pi into this is what Pi 5.52 into H naught cube divided by 6, that is what constant, into mu, that is what 30 into 10 raised to minus 9, into log to the base e 200 divided by 150. Okay, after calculating this term, we got here. Now see here, this h naught cube keep as it is. That is what, again, this variable we unknown factor is there. Okay, so put as it is. Now see here, this pi into 5.55 divided by this whole term. Okay, so this whole term comes here. See here, 205 into 10 raised to 6 into h naught cube, cube per second. So again, flow is what we know, that meter cube per second, cm cube per second, or cube per second. So q is equal to what? See here, h naught cube, this unknown factor, keep as it is. Solve this, pi into 5.52 divided by 6 into 13 to 10 raised to minus 9 into log to the base e 200 divided by 150. After calculation, we got here q is equal to what? 205 into 10 raised to 6 into h naught cube. Okay, so unit is what? Cube per second. So this is what? Q. Okay, so we got here Q in terms of H naught cube. We directly not got answer, exact answer. We are not getting here exact answer. Get here Q in terms of H naught cube. That means Q is equal to what? This value into H naught cube. Okay, so this is what? Q. Now next finding is that energy required for pumping of this lubricating oil. So what is the formula? Kw of P is equal to Q into Pi minus Po into bracket 10 raised to minus 6. This is what formula. Now see here, this is what formula. Okay, now see here, in this formula, Q, we have the value of Q, that is what? 205 into 10 raised to 6 into H naught cube, put as it is. Okay, now we have the value of Pi. We already calculated this Pi, that is what? 5152. Okay, again Po, that is atmospheric pressure. This what? Again it's 0. So take, put as it is 0 into 10 raised to minus 6. Now see here, Kw of P is equal to, we have the value of Q, put here as it is, that is what? 205 into 10 raised to 6 into H naught cube into Pi minus Po. So what is the value of Pi? We already calculated 5.52 minus Po, that is atmospheric pressure, keep as it is 0 into 10 raised to minus 6. After calculation, we got here, again here kilowatt power, that is what? Power is, that is what we can see, again it is what? Energy. So energy of lubricating oil, that is what again comes in terms of H naught. Okay, now see here in terms of H naught cube. So we got here this 205 into 10 raised to 6 into this 5.52 into 10 raised to this minus 6. So we got here 1131.6 H naught cube. So this Kw of P is equal to 1131.6 H naught cube. Again we got here whatever power, that is what? Whatever energy required for the lubrication of this, or we can say pumping of this lubricating oil, in terms of film thickness, that is what? H naught. Suppose this, consider this equation as A. Next term is there, Kw of F. Now see here, this is what? Energy losses because of what? Viscous friction. So what is the energy losses because of this viscous friction is given as we already derived this expression. Okay, so we got here 1 divided by 58.05 into 10 raised to 6 into mu into n square into bracket rho raised to 4 minus ri raised to 4 divided by h naught. Okay, now see here, this is what? Constant term, 1 divided by 58.05 into 10 raised to 6. This is what? Constant. Now see here, mu into n square into bracket rho raised to 4 minus ri raised to 4 divided by h naught. Now see here, this is what? Constant. Now mu, that is what given, that is what? 30 centipoise, that means 30 into 10 raised to minus 9 is there. Again n, speed is given, that is what? 750. Ro is given, that is what? 200. Ri, that is what given? 125. H naught, this is what? Unknown factor. So put values, whatever values you have, put as it is in the expression or in this formula. Now see here, Kw of F, that means energy losses because of viscous friction is equal to what? 1 divided by 58.05 into 10 raised to 6 into bracket complete in next into this mu is what 30 into 10 raised to minus 9. So this 30 into 10 raised to minus 9, this is not nothing but what we can say coefficient of viscosity. So coefficient of viscosity mu is given, that is what in centipoise. So take as it is 30 into 10 raised to minus 9. Again mu again n, that is what speed of the shaft is given, that is what 750. So 750 square is there. Okay, into bracket Rho raised to 4 minus Ri raised to 4. So Rho is nothing but what 200 raised to 4 minus this Ri, that is what 125 raised to 4 divided by H naught. So here we got Kw of F. After solving this term, that means this whole term multiplied by this numerator side. H naught take as it is at denominator. Okay, after calculating this term, we got here Kw of F is equal to 0.394 divided by H naught. Yes, this is what energy losses because of viscous friction. This Kw of F is equal to 0.394 divided by H naught. That means again we got here energy losses in terms of H naught, that means film thickness. Okay, because the film thickness is what unknown factor is there and we have to find out this H naught. Okay, so see here, this is what equation number B. Yes, now see here. So total energy loss is given by. Okay, I want answer from your side. Anyone from you? Total energy loss is given by. Yes, correct. Who is there? Simon. Yes, yes, okay. Correct, Simon, no problem. So this total energy loss, so this total energy loss, that means KWT is equal to what? Energy losses because of this viscous friction, that is KWF plus energy required for the pumping of lubricating oil, that is what KWP. Now see here, this total energy loss is given by KW T, that is what T stands for total. In suffix T is there. This stands for the total. So total energy loss is equal to what? Kw of P, that is what lubricating we can say energy required for the pumping of lubricating oil. P stands for pumping and here Kw of F is there, so F stands for friction. Okay, energy losses because of the viscous friction. Therefore this is what total energy. Now we have the values of Kw of P and Kw of F. Okay, so that is what equation number A and equation number B. So put as it is here. Now this Kw of T is equal to Cl. This is what 1131.6 into H naught cube. That is what Kw of P plus 0.394 divided by H naught. This is what Kw of F. So this is what total energy losses. Equation number C. Now we here we got, we can say total energy losses. Again, this total energy losses we got in terms of H naught. Now next term is that we have to find out this H naught. So how to find out this H naught? Yes, anyone from you? That means it's a minimum thickness. Okay, I want to find out the minimum thickness. So while finding minimum thickness, we have to differentiate this equation. Suppose I want large part, then we have to integrate. Suppose I want the smaller part of this term, then I have to differentiate this term. Now, step second is there, optimum film thickness for minimum power loss. Okay, now see here, we have to draw again figure is there. That means we have to draw graph after getting this H naught. Okay, now see here, differentiating, that is what total energy losses, that is what in the expression C is there with respect to the H naught and setting the result to the zero. That means differentiate this K W of T with respect to the what H naught and put into the or equate into the what zero. Now what we get here, D divided by dH naught, that means differentiating this we can say total energy losses with respect to this H naught is again and equate to the 0. Now see here, from this equation, see here, this 1131.6, this is what constant, so as it is. Okay, now H naught of cube, so differentiation of the cube, that was suppose H cube is there, that means differentiation of this H cube is nothing but what, 3 into H square. So this is what differentiation, that is what this term is constant 1131.6. Again, this is what H naught cube, this H naught cube after differentiation we got here 3 into H naught square minus, now see here, again 0.394, this is what constant as it is. Okay, so 1 divided by HO, differentiation of 1 divided by HO, this is nothing but what, minus 1 divided by H naught square is equal to 0. Now after calculating this term, we got here H naught is equal to 0.1038 mm. So this is the value of H naught, that is what, 0.1038 mm. So this is what optimum value. Okay, so our first finding is over. That is what, find out the optimum film thickness. Okay, so this is what H naught value is there. Okay, again we have to draw the graph. Okay, that means this we can say energy losses versus thickness. Now see here, we have to substitute this value of H naught in all the equations. That is what equation A, equation B, and equation C. That means suppose this H naught is we got here 0.1038. So put this in equation C. So what is the equation C? Kw of T is equal to what? 1131.6 into H naught cube. Put H naught cube here, H naught here. Okay, plus 0.394 divided by H naught. So put H naught here also. Again, now see here, equation B is there. Okay, 0.394 divided by H naught. So put H naught here. So we got here value of KEF, KW of EF. That means we can say here energy losses because of viscous friction we got here. Again, if we put the value here, that means 1131.6 into H naught cube. So we got here energy required to pumping the lubrication oil. Okay, so after substituting the various values of H naught in equation A, B, C, the results are tabulated in the following ways. Now see here. Now see here. Suppose trial and error method is there. Okay. Suppose this is what total energy losses. Now first see check here first column. This is what optimum value. At third point, optimum value is there 0.1038. Now I have considered first value of H naught, that is what 0.05. Second 0.1. Afterwards we got here optimum value 0.1038. Again we are considered 0.15. Again we consider 0.20. For that values, for these values, that is what 0.05, I want KW of P 0.14. Again for this value 0.05, I got KW of F is what, 7.88, and total energy loss we got here 8.02. For the value, now see here, for the value 0.10 we got here power losses, we can say energy losses for the pumping of lubricating oil we got here 1.13. For the viscous friction we got here 3.94, and total energy losses we got here 5.07. Again for the optimum value 0.1038, we got here KWP 1.27, KWF we got here 3.80. Again total losses we got here 5.07. For the 0.15 we got here 3.82, 2.63, and here is what, 6.45. And for 0.20 we got here 9.05, 1.97, and 11.03, 02. Now see here, I have plotted graph here. Now see here one thing. See here the total energy losses KW of T. Now see here last column. Okay, so last in the last column KW of T is there. Now the KW values, see here. Okay, now see here, for the 0.05 it comes around 8.02. For 0.10 it comes around 5.07. For 0.1038 it comes around 5.07. And for the 0.15 it comes around 6.45. And 0.20 it comes around 11.02. That means at this optimum value 0.138 we got minimum energy losses. Okay, this is 5.07. So per 0.110 again it is what similar. Okay, slight change is there. So I have draw a graph here. In the what y-axis kilowatt, that is what power losses is there or energy losses is there, and in the x-axis h naught, that is what film thickness is there. Okay, now see here, values are 0. So this is what energy losses varies from 0 to 12, 0 to 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and here is what 0.05, 0.10, 0.15, 0.20. That is what film thickness. Now see here, this graph is here. First is see here. First graph is what kilowatt P. Okay, or energy losses because of what lubricating oil. Now see here, this graph is here. Okay, at 0.05 its value is there. Okay, again at 0.10 value is there. Again see here 0.15 value is there and 0.15. Okay, again curvature graph is there. Okay, curve body is there. Okay, so see here KWF is there again. Now see here, and this is what total losses. Okay, so total energy losses is there, and at the 0.1038 this is what optimum value, that is what minimum losses will be the there. At optimum value the losses will be the minimum. So this is what graph. Okay, so our all findings are covered here. That means first finding is that variation of film thickness. Again second one is what we have to find out the optimum value and draw the neat sketch of these losses. Okay, so any doubt? Yes, anyone? Any losses? Yes, Khalid, any doubt regarding these losses is there? Again this graph is there. Okay, okay, so this numerical number 1 ends here. We will see another numerical. Okay, now see here, problem statement. The following data is given for 360-degree hydrodynamic bearing. Radial load is equal to 3.2 kilonewton. Journal speed is equal to 1490 rpm. Journal diameter is equal to what 50 mm. Bearing length is equal to what 50 mm. Radial clearance is equal to 0.05 mm. Viscosity of lubricant is equal to what 25 centipoise. Assuming that the total heat generated in the bearing is carried by the total oil flow in the bearing, calculate. Now what consideration is there? We have to assume that the total heat generated in the bearing is carried by the total oil flow in the bearing. Calculate first coefficient of friction, power lost in friction. Third, minimum oil film thickness. Fourth, flow requirement in the liters per minute. And fifth one is what temperature rise. Okay, now see here. So data is given for the 360-degree hydrodynamic bearing. That means it is what full bearing is there. We have seen the two bearings, partial and full bearing. So the full bearing 360 degrees there, and for the partial, this angle is what less than 180. That means it's around 120 degree. Okay. Now for the full bearing, full hydrodynamic bearing. So following data is given. So radial load is given. So this radial load is equal to what? 3.2 kilonewton. Again, journal speed is given 1490 rpm. Journal diameter is given again 50 mm. Bearing length L is given 50 mm. That means we have to find out here L by D or D by L ratio. Okay. Now next is what? Radial clearance is given, that is what C is given 0.05 mm. Again viscosity of lubricant, that is what mu is given 25 centipoise. Again they are in the problem they are stated that assume that whatever total heat is generated by this bearing is carried by the what total oil flow in the bearing. Okay, now see here, write down first whatever data is given in the numerical. Now see here, solution first point, write whatever data is given. So first is what? Load. W is given, that is what? 3.2 kilonewton. That means 3.2 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Next, speed is given, that is what? 1490 RPM. Again, diameter D is given 50 mm. L is given, that is what? 50 mm. C is, that is what? Clearance is given 0.05 mm. Again, we can say coefficient of viscosity Z is given 25 centipoise. Okay, now step 1, that is what? Performance parameters. We have to find out the performance parameters. Now see here, performance parameters. Now this numerical is based on Raymondian Boyd method. So we know that this Raymondian Boyd, okay, these are the two scientists. Okay, so they discovered or they find out the theory related to the hydrodynamic bearings. That means to find out the exact value, that is flow of lubricant. Again, the film thickness is there. Okay, so they given this theory in terms of the chart. Okay, so we have to find out the performance parameters. We have to collect this data from the chart. So first thing is that, see here, step 1, performance parameters. So P is equal to, that is what? Bearing pressure is there. So this P is equal to what? W divided by L into D. So W is what? Load. So load divided by area. Okay, so L into D, that means it is nothing but what? Area. So W is what? 3.2 into 10 raised to 3. So it is what? 3.2 is, this is in what? Kilonewton. So convert into Newton. So see here, 3.2 into 1000 or directly 3.2 into 10 raised to 3 divided by L is given, that is what? 50. Again D is given, that is what? 50. That means 3.2 into 1000 divided by 50 into 50. So after calculating this term, we got here P is equal to 1.28 Newton per mm square. So this W is what? Newton. Again this mm into mm, that means mm square. Okay, mm into mm square will be there. Okay. So this again, we know that the pressure is what? Newton per mm square. Again stress, unit of stress is again Newton per mm square. So we got here P is equal to what? 1.28 Newton per mm square. Now next, we have to find out the Sommerfeld number. Yes. Okay, so S is nothing but what? Sommerfeld number. So S is equal to what? R divided by C bracket square into mu into Ns divided by P. Now see here, this R, this is what? Radius. Again, see here, C, that is what? Clearance. Mu, this is what? Coefficient of viscosity. Ns, that is what? Speed. And P, that is what? Pressure. Now while finding the Sommerfeld number, we must know this all terms. Okay, so in the numerical or in problem statement, they are given R, they are given C, they are given mu, they are given Ns, but we don't know P. So first thing is that, that's why we find out here P, that is what? 1.28. Okay, now put the values as it is here. So Sommerfeld number S is equal to what? R divided by C bracket square into mu into Ns divided by P. So put the value of R. So what is the value of R? That is what? 25. Diameter is 50. That means R is equal to what? 25 divided by value of C, that is what? 0.05. So hold this bracket square into, again in next bracket 25, that is what? Value of mu 25 divided by 10 raised to 9. Okay, so what is the value of Z? That is 25 into 10 raised to minus 9. So in the, if we take this in the denominator, so minus 9 becomes the plus 9. So see here, this is what? 25 divided by 10 raised to 9. This is nothing but what? Value of Z, or we can say this is value of mu. Okay, so mu is equal to what? Here Z is there or mu is there, both terms are same. Okay, so this mu is equal to what? 25 into 10 raised to minus 9. Instead of this 10 raised to minus 9, here written as 25 divided by 10 raised to 9. Okay, now next is that Ns is nothing but what? Speed. Okay, speed is given, that is what? 1490. So put here 1490 divided by 60. 60 is what? What is 60 in second? Yes, yes, correct, 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 correct. Yes, speed is given in what? Meter. RPM, we can say in minutes. Okay, So it convert into what? RPS second. That is what 1490 divided by 60. Correct. Okay. Into P. P is we already find out here. P is equal to what? 1.28. So this 1 divided by 1.28. Okay. So after calculating this term, we got here Sommerfeld number is equal to 0.121. So we got here S is equal to what? 0.121. Okay. Now next part is there. We have to find out the L by D ratio. Okay. So we have to take the values of H naught again of RCN. These values are there. So we have to find out this value from the chart. We must know the value of this. We must know the value of this ratio. That is what L by D. So L is what 50. D is what 50. So 50 divided by 50 is equal to 1. 1. So this L by D ratio is equal to what? 1. Now see here. This is what chart. Okay. So this chart is what this was find out by this Raimondi and Boyd method. This Raymond and Boyd this found out this chart. Now see here, L by D ratio is here. The values of L by D ratio, this is what infinity. Again this is what 1. Again 1.5 is there, 2 is there. I have taken only this part. Okay. So while problem is asked to university, at that time they will provide this chart. Okay, there is no necessity to mug up this chart or uh, keep in remember or this chart. There is no necessity to remember this chart. Okay, so in the we can say in the university question paper this chart is given for you. Okay, you have to find out only the L by D ratio. Okay, now see here, L by D ratio is equal to what? 50 divided by 50 is equal to 1. So value of L by D is here 1. So for this one, more values are there. Okay, so 0, 1, 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.4, 0 0.6, 0 0.8, 0 0.9, 0 0.97 and 1. This is value of epsilon. Okay, again H naught C is there. Okay, H naught C value, see here. It starts from 1.0, 0 0.9, 0 0.8, 0 0.6, 0 0.4. Okay, again yes values is there. Okay, for the value of this Sommerfeld number, found out the Sommerfeld number. We got Sommerfeld number is what? 0.121. Okay, for the Sommerfeld number 0.121, we got value of this H naught by C. This is nothing but what? 0. Okay, now next is what? For this Sommerfeld number, value of phi, that is what? 50.58. Again, RC into F, we got value is what? 3.22. Again, Q divided by RCNS into L, that is what? 4.33. So we want value of this H naught by C, R divided by C into F, Q divided by R into C into NS into L. We want these values. So first thing is that we already found out what? Sommerfeld number. Yes. Okay. So take the values related to this number. So 0.121 for this one H naught by C is equal to what? 0.4. Again this R divided by C into F is equal to 3.22. Again Q divided by R into C into NS divided by into L is equal to what? 4.33. So put take values as it is. Now see here. H naught by C is equal to what? 0.4. R divided by C into F is equal to what? 3.22. And Q divided by R into C into NS into L is equal to what? 4.33. So this is the value taken from the table. Now see here. Next point. First, we have seen the performance parameters. Afterwards, this L by D ratio. That means we have taken the values from the chart. Now, next step is that power lost in friction. Step 3. That is what? Power lost in friction. Now, first power loss, that is what? Due to friction, Kw of F is equal to what? 2 pi Ns into F into W into R divided by 10 raised to 6. So this is what formula. Okay. So this power lost in friction is equal to what? 2 pi. That is what 2 pi is what constant term. Ns, that is what given in what problem statement into F into W into R 10 raised to 6. So put values as it is. Now see here. 2 pi as it is constant. This Ns, that is what? 1490 divided by 60. Okay. Again F, that is what given 0.00644. Again W is given 3.2 kilonewton. So 3.2 into 1000. Again, this R radius is given, that is what 25 divided by this 10 raised to 6. Okay, so after calculating this term, after calculation we got here this kW of F, that is what power lost in friction is nothing but what 0.08. Okay, this is what power loss. Okay, so this finding is over. Now see here. Just I will go to the word again. Problem statement. Now coefficient of friction we got here. Power lost. Okay, now next is what minimum oil film thickness, flow requirement, and temperature rise. Just wait here. Okay, now see here. So this power loss is over. Okay. Next, minimum oil film thickness. Okay. Step number 4, minimum oil film thickness. Now see here, H naught. So H naught by C is equal to what? 0.4. So H naught, that is what? Minimum oil film thickness. So H naught is equal to what? 0.4 into C. So 0.4 into C. This is what 0.4 is given, written here. Okay, instead of this one, correct here 0.4 is there. Okay, so 0.4 into C, that is value of C, clearance is given in problem statement 0.05. So what we got here 0.02 mm. This is what H naught, that is what minimum oil film thickness. That is what step 4, that is what 4 finding is over here. Okay, this H naught, that is what where they asked what minimum oil film thickness. So this minimum oil thickness is equal to what? H naught is equal to what? 0.4 into C. So we got here H naught is equal to 0.02. This is what in mm. Okay, so this is what value of minimum oil film thickness. Now next, fifth finding, flow requirement. So flow requirement, that means we have to find out the value of Q. So see here, this is what formula. Okay, now see here. From the table, we got here Q divided by R into C into NS into L is equal to what? 4.33. Okay, from the table, now see here. From this table, what we got here? Q divided by R into C into NS into L is equal to what? 4.33. So directly we take here Q is equal to what? 4.33 into this whole term, that is what R into C into NS into L. So put the values of R. Value of R is known to us. Okay. Again, value of C is known to us. Again, value of NS is again known to us, and value of L is again known to us. So put as it is. So 4.33, this is what constant. Value of R, that is what 20. Value of C 0.05. So value of NS, that is what 1490 divided by 60, and value of L is what 50. Okay. So this is what calculate this term. After calculation, we got here Q. So Q is equal to what? 6720.5 mm cube per second. So mm cube per second is what we can say unit. Okay, cubic mm per second. So again, the discharge or the flow of lubricant, the unit of this flow of lubricant is what? Meter cube per second, cm cube per second, or mm cube per second. So this Q is equal to what? 6720.5 mm cube per second. That means our fifth finding is also over here. Okay, now next finding. Okay, now it's converted into what? They asked what? This what mm cube per second. In the numerical, they require this flow in the liters per second. Okay, now see here. Okay, now see here. Mm cube, I convert into what? Centimeter, cubic centimeter. Okay, this cc is there. Okay, now this what? 6720.5. Okay, this is what meter cube per second. Convert into what? Centimeter cube per second. So this is what? Again, that means only multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3. That means this 6720.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 cc per centimeter. Okay, now next is what? Again convert into what? Liters. So 1000 cc is equal to what? 1 liter. Okay, now see here. Q is equal to this 6720.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 3. That is what? Liter per second. Because now see here, 1000 cc is equal to what? 1 liter. That means 1 liter is equal to what? 10 raised to minus, we can say 3 cc. Okay, now see here. So this again this 10 raised to minus 3 and 10 raised to minus 3, that means 10 raised to minus 6 is there. So q is equal to what? 6720.5 into 10 to minus 6 into 60 liter per minute. Okay, so this is what first is what, this is what liter per second convert into what, in minute, that means into multiplied by 60. So we got here 0.403 liter per minute, that is what total flow of lubricant or discharge. This is what nothing but what our fifth finding, they asked in what liter per minute. Okay, first thing is that we have found out this value in what mm cube per second. First we convert into what centimeter cube per second, but they want liter per minute. Okay, so we found out what liter per second. Afterwards we found out this value in what liter per minute. So q is equal to what 0.403 liter per minute. Okay, so that is what flow. So this is what the that means 0.4 liter per minute the flow will be there. Okay, so next, last finding is there. So last finding that is what temperature rise. That is what sixth finding. Okay, so formula is there. Delta T is equal to what 8.3 into P into CFP. That is what coefficient of variable. We can say coefficient of friction variable. Okay, and upon the friction variable. Okay. Now this is what CFP upon FP. This is what 8.3 P into CFP divided by FP. So values of the CFP and FP given in what? Yes, in the chart. Okay, so value of CFP and FP is equal to what? 8.3 as it is constant. P, that is what we already found out, that is what pressure 1.28. Okay, again CFP, that is value of CFP 3.22. Again FP, that is what 4.33. So this after calculating this term, we got here this delta T is equal to 7.9 degree Celsius. Okay, so this is what all findings cover over here. Okay, thank you. Have any doubt regarding these numericals? Yes? Any doubt regarding this numerical? Yes. That means two types of numerical we have seen. First is what? First is what very different. Okay, why is this different? So they asked what to draw the sketch of this energy losses versus whatever oil film thickness is there. Again, they want the what we can say optimum value of this film thickness. So this is what very different one. Okay, so in that sketch we drawn the figures. Okay, we have drawn the curves. Okay, curves of this lubricating. We can say energy required for the lubricating oil for pumping of this lubricating oil is there. Again, the energy losses because of this viscous friction and energy losses. That is what total energy losses. Okay, and the energy losses must be minimum at the optimum value, and we seen that at the optimum value the energy losses is what very minimum. Okay, that means we have draw this figure because of what we are going to what analyze. So this problem is what analyze orientation problem is there. Okay, in the problem we have taken the value of 0.05, 0.1, 0.15, again 0. We can say whatever value is there, that is 0.1038, again 0.15 and 0.2. Okay, so these value, and for these values we have found out the values of this kW of P, kW of F and kW of T, and these at these values at the what we can say at the optimum value, this is what very minimum. So this is what problem is what as the angle what analysis orientation is there. Okay, in this problem, that's why I have taken this problem. Okay, so if you don't have any doubt, then we will conclude here. Okay, thank you. Just okay, you don't have problem, then left the class, no problem.